everyone, welcome to my channel and first YouTube video ever. My name is Krizia and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this makeup look right here. This is one of my favorite makeup looks for the summertime because it's just super warm and dewy. Personally, I love a dewy skin, especially during the summer. This look really isn't very difficult to do. It just requires a lot of blending and probably some patience. This makeup look is perfect for people with any eye color as it complements brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, and basically any color eyes. My hope is that at the end of this tutorial, you have learned a little bit more about makeup and how to do this look. Before you continue watching this tutorial, it would be greatly appreciated if you subscribed, liked this video, maybe even commented, and really supported me. But without further ado, I will be showing you guys how I achieved this makeup look right now. First, I'm going to prime my eyes using my Nars Smudge-Proof eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to apply a little bit all over my eyes, like so, and just blend it in with my fingers. Next, I'm going to set my primer with my Kat Von D translucent powder. The reason I'm doing this is so that the primer is not tacky anymore, so that I can blend eyeshadows perfectly fine on it. So I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and apply it haphazardly. Next, I'm going to take a light transition shade, it's kind of a peachy one, with a MAC 217 fluffy brush. This is going to go all over in my crease, just very messily, and the reason I'm doing this is to get a transition shade in between the darker shadows. So next up, I'm going to use more of a burnt orange shade. It's this one. Awesome. So I'm just going to take another fluffy MAC 217 brush and just apply this all over my eyes. Next, it is time for the super fun eyeshadow. I'm going to be taking this eyeshadow, Flamethrower by Makeup Geek, and that is what's going to give us that copper look. I'm going to take a flat shader brush, anyone works. Sorry, mine's kind of dirty. Didn't clean my brushes, don't kill me. I'm going to dampen that brush with a MAC Fix Plus fluid, and I'm just going to spritz that a little bit. This is going to allow the eyeshadow to give a little bit more sheen and more payoff, so it's going to be much brighter than it is without using any liquid. So I'm just packing it onto my flat shader brush. Like I said, brush is dirty, oops. And I'm going to pack that all on my lid. I'm going to keep this eyeshadow only on my lid. If you have hooded eyes, this glitter might transfer up toward your crease. Just be mindful of that. So if you do have hooded eyes, don't bring it up as far as I'm bringing it. Just bring it a little bit further down. So now we are definitely getting a little bit more fun with the shadow, but I do want to add some dimension just because all the shades are pretty much kind of in the same family range of value. So I am going to take a darker brown and I'm going to put that in the crease and around the orange. My suggestion is to have a lot of these fluffy blending brushes just so that you can use different ones during your look. So you could use the ones for the lighter transition shades and the ones for the darker accents, like what I'm doing here. Therefore, you don't have to go crazy and like have to clean your brushes in between each eyeshadow. I didn't clean my brushes at all, but that is okay. It's always important to go back with that blending brush that you used for the transition shade and kind of soften the edges around your brow bone and your upper crease, just to make sure that you're not getting harsh lines, because those aren't cute. Also, sorry if you hear birds in the background. There are birds up my chimney and I think there's a nest, and they've just been in my living room for a while and it's kind of annoying. So my apologies if you hear them chirping in the background. The next shade I'm going to use on my eyes is just a black shade, and I'm going to put that around where I put the brown. I'm not going to put a ton, I just want a little bit more definition on my eyes to make the orange pop a little more. When you're applying black eyeshadow, you only want to apply a little bit at a time, because if you apply too much, it's kind of hard to take it away and blend it away. So start off light, little motions like this, circular motions, really blend it out, and then you can build up the color. I'm going to add a light brow bone highlight. It's going to be completely matte because I don't want there to be too much shimmer on the eyes, because there is a lot of shimmer on the lids already. So I'm just going to take a matte little highlighter and kind of dust it here to soften the edges that are a little bit harsh and to highlight. So next I'm just going to apply a super thin line of liquid eyeliner. The reason is that I want to kind of hide my lash band when I apply false lashes in a little bit. As you can see, that is just a super thin line of liquid eyeliner, nothing crazy. So it is now time to clean up these sides of my eyes, which looks absolutely crazy. I know a lot of people use tape on their eyes, which I don't like doing just because of the tackiness of it, as well as it kind of pulls on your skin, which causes premature wrinkles. So I actually use a technique that's a little bit different and kind of weird, but I use a moisturizer with a Q-tip to clean that edge. You can also use makeup wipes, tape, whatever you feel like doing, but this works best for me. So I'm just going to take a moisturizer, which is a Clinique one, and I apply a little dot of it on the sides of my eyes, like so. And then I take the other edge of the Q-tip, which is completely dry. It's important to use a super dry side, just because if not, it'll come out like smudgy. And I just take that and pull like that. So that is both of the edges of my eyes cleaned up. Next, I'm going to just apply my moisturizer all over my face like so. So now it is time to do my face, which is looking a little bit rough. Little is an understatement, but we are going to fix all of that right now. My first step is to take a concealer and carve out the super sharp line that I did on my eye, just to make sure that when I apply my concealer and foundation that it doesn't really get rid of that line or smudge it. I really just want to make sure it stays there. So I'm just taking the CoverFx cream concealer and I'm just taking that at this corner and just carving it out like so. I'm just going to blend all this out with a damp beauty blender. It is now time for foundation, finally. I'm going to be using one of my favorite foundations ever, which is the Dior Forever foundation in the color 021. I just kind of apply 2 different layers of it, especially if I want a heavier coverage. I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush and just kind of buff it out. So next I am going to conceal my under eyes. I'm going to be using the MAC Prolongwear concealer in NW20 today. Usually I'm NC20. To apply the concealer, I'm going to be using the same brush that I used for the concealer before, and I'm going to do the same exact method of applying it. Besides putting concealer on my under eyes, I like taking it on the bridge of my nose, like so, the middle of my forehead, and also chin and Cupid's bow, just to highlight my face a little bit more. I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Next, I'm going to set my under eyes and the rest of the highlight with my Kat Von D translucent powder and a beauty blender sponge. Since I have oily skin, I'm also going to apply the same translucent powder all over my face to ensure that I don't get oily throughout the night. Next, I like to bronze my face up with a big fluffy brush and my Hula bronzer. I just take this all over the skin. I kind of put it in the areas where the sun hits naturally, which is the foreheads and the cheeks. I also kind of use this to contour a little bit. I am going to go in with some contour powder, which is a little bit more ashy. Now it is time to contour my face. I am going to be using the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I just take this underneath my cheekbones. I also take it onto my temples, underneath your chin to make sure that it gets rid of that double chin and gives you more of a chiseled jawline. So I just contour my nose like so. I go down the sides of my nose on the bridge of it. It is now time for blush. The blush I will be using today is Milani's Luminoso blush. I'm going to be using Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, which is so pretty, and just applying that on my cheekbones. So I also apply it on my Cupid's bow. I take it on my nose. So now I'm finished with my skin. I'm going to go into doing my eyebrows as well as finishing up my eyeshadow. For my brows, I'm going to be using my trusty Anastasia Dipbrow in dark brown. It is just my luck that when I'm filming my first video, I missed a whole section. I thought my camera was recording, but obviously, my luck, it wasn't. So what I did was I finished my eyebrows. From there, I went in and did my under eyes. I finished up my eyeshadow. I took the same transition shade with a dome eyeshadow brush, and I just applied that underneath my lower lash line. From there, I took the second color, which was this warm orange shade, and I also applied that with a dome brush super messily. And from there, I took an angled eyeliner brush and some black eyeshadow and applied that super close to my lash line. The last thing I did when my camera decided to cut off all my footage was use a gel eyeliner inside my eyes to line my eyes. So now that you are caught up to speed, I will be curling my eyelashes and applying my false lashes. I'm going to apply a ton of Fix Plus on my face before I apply my lashes, just because I don't want them to fall off, because I do use a lot of Fix Plus. My top lashes are finally on, so I'm just going to apply mascara on my bottom lashes while those are drying. The mascara I use on my bottom lashes is the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash. Now that my top lashes are dried, I'm going to apply mascara on top of them in order to mold my normal lashes to the fake ones. I'm going to be using the Telescopic Carbon Black Loreal mascara and applying that all over the lashes. Finally, the last step of this whole entire makeup look is the lips. The first thing I'm going to do is apply a Stila Lush Lip Water Plumping Primer all over my lips. And I started my lips without telling you guys what I'm using, but I am using Spice Lip Pencil by MAC. I think I just want to use a lip gloss, keep it just very glossy and light. The lip gloss I'm going to be using is one from Anastasia. So that is the lip gloss applied. I'm just going to take a sheet of paper towel and blot my lips. And there we go. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and found some helpful tips in this super long video probably. If you want to see any of my next videos, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!